Alright, in today's installment of Let's Test That Pump, we're going to go ahead and test the new Genesis 2 prototype pump. We have it on the same test bench that you guys saw earlier. I have a feeling our problem here is going to be run into the fact that our flow meter only runs to 250 liters per hour. I'm expecting our new pump to grossly outflow our meter until we start reaching the higher pressures. So let's go ahead and see how this whole shindig works. Alright, so I have both valves open, so we should be a nice low pressure. Just going to open these valves, flip it on. Okay, we are currently sitting at about 32 psi. I'm doing all my testing in increments of 5 psi, so we're going to bring that up to 35 psi. I'm sorry, I misread that. It's currently sitting at about 37 psi. I'm going to bring this up to 40. There we go. 40 psi. Okay. So that's sitting at 11.9 amps. I would be able to get the PSI lower, but my fuel tester just can't flow enough fluid, and my my valves and whatnot that are inside of this machine here are restricting me from being able to drop the pressure further. So I'm going to mark that for 250 liters per hour. Let's just keep on going down. So that's 45 psi, sitting at 12.1 amps. Again, I'm going to mark it down as 250 because that's maxed out for my meter. I need to get a more powerful meter. That is currently in the works. Okay, we're going to bring that up to 50 psi. That's at about 12.4 amps. Again, maxed out 250. Okay, let's go bring it up to 55 psi. This is a hardcore fuel pump that is pushing out a ton of fluid. We're going to need to get some high flow equipment in order to properly test this. Alright, so sitting at 12.6 amps. Still maxing out the flow meter. Bring it up to 60 psi. That is about 13 amps. Yeah, 13 amps. Still maxing out the flow tester. .65 psi. Sitting at 13 about 13.5. Yeah, 13.5 amps. Still maxing out the tester. Just for anyone watching, we're currently doing this at 12 volt, which is far less than what your system is going to actually be pushing, but you're just going to be pushing more, so let's just keep on going. Let's bring it up to 70 psi. Oh, there we go. Finally getting into a measurable flow range. Alright, so that's about 14.2 amps. Sitting at, let's see, it's 5, 2, 10, 15, 20, 25, 225 liters per hour. Very respectable. Okay, let's bring it up to 75 psi. There we go. Alright, 75 psi, sitting at we'll call that 206 liters per hour. And current has hardly moved in at all, so we're just going to keep that at 14.2. Really not massive current drain for the amount of flow that we're doing here. Okay, let's bring that up to 80. Okay, that's about 192 liters per hour. And about 14.4 amps. Alright, let's go ahead and bring it up a little higher. So that's 85 psi. Sitting at about 14.6 amps. And sitting at 175 liters per hour. Now I'm bringing it up to 85. Sitting at 157, I'll call it. 157. And at which point I have maxed out my ammeter. So it's all going to be 15 amps from here on out. I'm going to need to get a higher rated ammeter. Man, flowing big pumps definitely makes you buy the good equipment. Alright, so let's keep on bringing it up to 95 psi. Okay. That's sitting at right around 140 liters per hour. And I'm going to just keep on maxing that out at 15 amps. 100 psi. Sitting at about 118 liters per hour. Bring it up to 105. Oh, that's a big... Okay, that pump does not like to go to 105 at 12 volts, so that's going to be the conclusion of that test. So what's happening is if I bring it up to 105 psi, take a look at what's happening down here in the pump. As soon as I go a little bit above that, it's hitting an internal safety bypass, it looks like. So I'm not sure if that's a limit of the pump or whether that's a limit of what, but that's the end of that test. Thank you very much. Have a nice day until next time.